Hello, citizens of Lynchburg, and welcome back to this video series where we examine your city council and the city manager's department. And today we're going to be delving into the September 23rd meeting, and we're going to be looking at Councilmember Reed and what she had to say. And this was a very contentious meeting for good reason, and the issue really became the minutes that had been taken at the June meetings in regard to the real estate rate. And Team City Lynchburg, which is Diemer, Diemer, and Misjuns, had discovered that the minutes left out some very important things. What did they leave out? Well, you're going to listen to Mr. Misjuns tell you what they left out, and then we'll see why that is so important. So let's get to it.
But we were told
context. The rate's already 89 cents, so it doesn't need to be voted on if it's not going to be changed.
Okay. So the words of Deputy City Manager Greg Patrick, the rate's already 89 cents. It doesn't need to be voted on unless it's going to be changed. That is contradictory to state law.
So there you heard Mr. Misjuns with an audio portion of the June 23rd City Council meeting in which Deputy City Manager Greg Patrick misled council into thinking that if they did not take a vote, the real estate tax would stay automatically at 89, when in fact, if they did not take a vote, the real estate tax would drop to 77, which is the rate of equalization. So that is what, during the whole rest of the meeting, Reed and Feraldi do not want to have that in the minutes. And they go through this huge, elaborate absurdity to try to bury those minutes. So what we're going to watch is Reed trying to tell the mayor that he can pass all the minutes without any investigation of them. She's helped with that with the city attorney, Matt Freedman. He says, well, you can take them off the consent agenda. You can take all the minutes off the consent agenda, but then when it gets to general business, we'll just bundle them all back up together. And that's fine. That's perfectly fine. That's the interpretation of the law. So it just gets really absurd. But what you're going to see in the next video is Reed's attempt to do that, and you're going to see the mayor's confusion. And he really, really is part of the problem. So let's look at it.
It sounds like the parliamentarian just gave you discretion to decide if you're going to rule on his objection. And once you do that, then we get to speak to our motions. So if you believe that what the parliamentarian has said is that we can actually vote on this other block, yes, then you can rule that, and then we can speak.
Ms. Timber?
Mayor, you've already...
Yeah, because we already had one side use.
Okay, we got a point of order on the table, okay? I do not find the point of order in order.
That's not the ruling in Cedar.
That's what I'm doing.
Point of order is always in order.
I am the president of the council, and that's what I'm doing, okay? Now.
All right, Mr. Mayor, I'll make a substitute motion.
Councilman Feraldi already has the floor, so certainly the council member can make a substitute once he reobtains the floor.
Mr. Feraldi.
Good evening, Mayor.
Okay, so what you saw there was Councilwoman Reed trying to convince the mayor that he should vote on all of the minutes as a block, meaning there'll be no discussion or no amendments. They will not include what was really said. She's trying to convince him that it's okay to do that because the city attorney said it was okay. And you can see that the mayor is very confused. And that's the goal. They want him confused. Reed and Feraldi want him confused so that they can manipulate him and get him to vote the way they want to. And that's a larger question. Why are they voting for the minutes to be wrong? It's really, that's a question you're going to have to think about. But in the next portion, we'll be looking at her desperate last stand to convince the mayor. So she's going to pull out all the weapons we know, the artificial integrity, the DARVO, and notice what's not discussed. No mention of the citizens, no mention of what happened regarding the tax rate, no concern about the citizens. It's all denying that there's a problem, attacking the people trying to fix the problem, Misjuns, Diemer, and Diemer, attacking them, and then reversing victim offenders so that we are supposed to feel sorry for the people that have actually been very unethical in regard to the citizens of Lynchburg. So let's take a look at this valiant last effort of hers. And also in this performance, she's not up to par. It's very stale. We're not, there's points where she's at a loss for words. It just kind of devolves into a personal attack on Misjuns, where she says some very vicious things. And it's just not working anymore because she knows that we're onto her game.
Nothing was left out, nothing was misrepresented, nothing was changed or modified to misrepresent any of all the meetings that were referred. You were given your time. Now, here we are again. I implore you to allow us to call this vote, stop playing games with times. Ridiculous.
Mr. Mayor.
I am appalled at this. You can laugh all you want. I really don't care. I'm not surprised at all. This is so disgusting that we're allowing, and yeah, you know, Ms. Timmer can say, I'm not surprised that after I speak, people are going to defend the staff. What are you doing? To cover your own selves and what you are trying to defend yourselves of doing and how you voted, you're sitting here literally defaming two people's their
Defamation involves things that didn't actually happen.
I'm speaking. You are affecting two men's careers. How dare you? And you, of all people, should understand what that's like. And you should too, Ms. Timmer. You should know exactly what I'm talking about. And the fact that y'all are sitting here doing this and they don't have they are not given the right to speak for themselves.
Point of order.
I am allowed to speak. You've had plenty of time.
Point of order.
You've been given plenty of time.
Point of order.
And you don't shut down 1 second when he tells you to be quiet. So I'm going to speak. I have the floor.
Point of order.
There are two men who have not been given a voice to defend themselves. They have careers and they have families. And you guys have sat here and done nothing but attack them. And they have to sit here and take it. And they can't sit here and say their explanation and over and over and over and over and over again, you sit here and criticize them. And the whole it's disgusting. Because I don't want to hear a thing about it, because here's the deal.
Mr. Mayor,
you sell what you want people to believe, and then other people do not get a chance to defend themselves. And it's not right. It is not right. There may be things that all of us can explain if we had a chance. But this was a stunt to excuse or defend things that they didn't want for 5 meetings that they wanted to cover up for themselves and explain away votes that they were not comfortable doing after the fact. And they're going to throw city staff under the bus. I will not be part of this. It's not okay.
Point of order.
It's not okay. And you can point of order me all day long. It's germane. We can call a vote, but I will please do not support amending anything that makes it look like we're standing behind what was just done to our staff. It's not okay.
Mr. Mayor, point of order.
It is not right, and it is not fair, and it is disgusting and ridiculous. So, until next time, we're going to be looking at what Fraldi did during that meeting and what Matt Freedman, the city attorney, did. And until then, stay well. Bye for now.